Basic safety tips, how to feed an aggressive horse safely. So I've got Trinity here, and he can be pretty food aggressive. When I put his food in, he can tend to pin those ears back and sometimes even nip at you. So one of the things that I want to do before I even put his feed in here is, you see how he comes right up here? He's kind of looking down his nose at me. I want to push him back and let him know that he has to move away and wait for me to place the feed in here, okay? And then when I place it in here, I'm gonna say, no, back up. You can't just come to it. And I'm gonna make it very clear that I have an expectation for him to wait for me before he comes to eat. No, sir. I'm really gonna wait for him to wait for me to allow him to come in. No, sir, you can't just come in on your own. And so what I'm doing is I'm preempting some of the ugliness that he has been doing in order to give him more clarity about what my expectation is. I could have just put it in there and then let him pin those ears back and start nipping at me and then go in there and correct him with the steady stick and tell him to back off and all that kind of drama. But instead of just picking a fight with him, I'm just gonna give him lots of clarity as to what I'm expecting. So I like that he's waiting a little bit more, but I didn't call him in yet, so I'm backing him back out and he's responding to pressure well. I'm gonna say, no, move back over. Good boy, I like that. Let's see if he comes and he asks politely if he can come back in. And a horse that's asking politely will stop. They will lower their head or take a deep breath as if to say, hey, is it okay that I come in? I'm gonna take a deep breath. There, and now I'll allow him to come in. So now he can come, and I've got his feed kind of right here in the corner of the stall, and he's there eating. And so now I'm gonna come on over here and see how he does with me standing here. And I've got my steady stick handy just in case he does get nasty and tries to bite or something like that. Now I'm just gonna wait to see how he does. And if he's being a gentleman and being polite and just going about his business without showing aggression, which he's doing a really good job, I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm gonna step back because I want him to know that he made a good decision by being a gentleman, being polite, and not being aggressive towards me at feeding.